Hey everyone, it's been a week since this trailer came out. I made a little meme response video the day it came out, and then in response to a bet I lost, I made a 2-hour and 30-minute video on the COD Zombies lore. Go watch that, by the way. It's been reviewed to be the best video ever made. But yeah, I figured I should actually make thoughts and response and hopes. Not the three hopes kind, but the actual hopes kind, since I am a Fire Emblem YouTube guy, and I should probably make my obligatory actual response. And you know what? My take is people have been crapping on Toothpaste Channel and stuff, and the Lords, oh my god, it's Heroes now. I think it looks fine. Like, you know, people are like, oh, it's fan servicey. Oh, you know, I'd rather have the Roy comeback kind of fan service than the Camilla kind of fan service. You know, either way, the series has had it ever since Awakening 10 years ago. So it's just the reality we live in. There's no point in fighting against it at my point. And hey, if we get a new game with Roy in it, in Leaf, Ferris, Klaus, you know, that's fine by me. I think it looks... I don't mind this aspect of it. You know, some people say that the story is doomed to be bad, because how are you going to make a new story and new characters work with past Lords? You know, here's a little tidbit about me, in case you couldn't tell by the Perry-themed April Fool's Day, and my insistence on building up Perry in that Garon quest playthrough, and my the fact that Charlotte, my plus 10 maxed out Charlotte, is my lead unit in Fire Emblem Heroes. Fire Emblem Conquest I consider to be one of the better video games in existence, so I'm pretty much unbothered by what you would consider to be a story that is less than good. So even if the story doesn't turn up, if the gameplay's fine, I won't really care. Yeah. And there's Roy, you probably saw in that 12K video that I'm pretty happy about that. Lucina's got a bow, 'cause she was in Fire Emblem Heroes that one time and had a bow. People think this is a Grima just because they call him a fell dragon, but like, that's a snake. Grima isn't a snake. This guy, one thing I will say though is that I'm not a fan of this guy. I mean, it's just, oh, generic evil purple guy. Oh my, hi Jada. Huh? You know, I don't mind any of the other character designs so far too much. And actually, I do not mind Toothpaste Chan. Like some people are saying, the blue and red hair is hideous. One of my favorite characters is Perry. So I guess I'm just kind of used to it at this point, the color mixing of the hair. So I guess I'm just more accustomed to it than you scrubs. Maybe you should have joined the Perry gang while you had the chance. Yeah, this is all just cinematic stuff. The rings, yeah, the Fire Emblem engaged part with the Marth. I don't like the Cain and Abel's. You know, I usually don't like, you know, usually I don't have a problem with the child soldier aspect of Fire Emblem. I won't lie, because you have your Jagan and you have green Abel, red Cain. You know, Lou, definitely one of my favorite guys. Tina, definitely one of my favorite characters in Fire Emblem Thracia 776. But ever since they introduced as supports in Awakening, I've been less happy about the inclusion of the child soldiers, for reasons that I don't think need to be stated. So yeah, I wish Cain and Abel were a little bit more older, but what can you do? They did bring back Weapon Triangle, which you can see in this trailer, which I think is very, very good, because without it in Three Houses, like, imagine how, like, in Three Houses you just kind of use bows for everything, like close counter, sniper, blah blah blah, put some fucking shit on your bow. Like, there's really no reason not to, but like in Conquest, bows were weak against magic and against daggers. I don't know if they'll bring back the bow weapon triangle inclusion. I don't even know if they'll bring back close counters, considering how bows were broken. People were saying they were worried about this Cavalier only having like 5 movement. But yeah, I think the weapon triangle bring back hopefully means, you know, just one weapon type won't dominate everything again. Because the Three Houses meta kind of got a bit boring. But this is actually... People are saying, oh, this Paladin only has 5 movement. You know, this is terrible. Oh my god, they're doing Heroes movement. You know, okay, so let me remind you all let me remind you all, what restricts the movement of paladins more than any other class in Fire Emblem? A tree, a tree, a tree, a tree, you know, this, and then there are rocks everywhere, so, like, people are freaking out that, like, oh my god, they're making it more like Heroes because the characters have low movement, but this, I'm pretty sure in one of the Twitter videos you actually see him having normal paladin movement, so I wasn't really worried about it. I think it's cool how they're actually on the fort now. It does look a bit cartoony. People are saying it looks a bit too anime. Oh, this person just straight up has martial arts. Okay, so I guess they're bringing back the gauntlet thing. I don't know. Sorry, the recording got cut off there. But Fire Emblem's art style kind of always changes. You know, it changed from Thracia to this, so... And people have been calling it too anime since Awakening. You know, I think it's just something we have to get used to. Like, when Three Houses first came out, I hated the art style because I thought the eyes looked weird because the pupils. I don't even remember why I thought that. I just thought they looked, like, really weird just with the eyes and everything. But now that Three Houses is out and we've had it for 3 years, I look at the character art and I see nothing wrong. I just think, surprisingly, you would think if Fire Emblem is a game franchise, they'd be used to change, considering how much drastically each entry changes the series, but whatever. Like, people are saying it looks like Genshin, but, like, I don't even play Genshin, so I don't really care. You know, people are saying, oh, they're bringing back the fan service because this Pegasus Knight has, I really like being weird on my channel, so I'm just gonna say, you know, I'll leave it at this. My lead unit in Fire Emblem Heroes is Charlotte, so this is not a deterrent for me, so again, I don't really care. Not a deterrent for me. And then we're getting to the part that I think is interesting. With this ring system, my main curiosity is, are there gonna be, like, 12 of these guys, where it's, like, only the main heroes that you see in the trailer, like Roy, Leaf, Erica? Is it gonna be like 20 of these guys, maybe like a little more you didn't see in the trailer, like Lilina, like you just get Lilina in a side quest or something, since Ice pretty much treats her like a lord, and no, maybe get Garneth in like a New Game Plus scenario, since the villain ring is just probably fucking Garneth, because who else would it be? Or are there gonna be like 500 of these guys, and it's gonna be like Awakening, where it's like, oh, you can get fucking Jomke. You want Jomke? Here's Jomke. Thank you, ISL. Accepted Jomke. I like Jomke from Fire Emblem 4. Like, yeah, like, this guy, when he's unrestricted, no forest area, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's just like normal infantry movement, like Roy in Fire Emblem 6 has like 5 movement. So, like, I bet if they hovered over this guy here, he'd be able to get, like, all the way up here. Because, again, I think that was literally just because they were in a forest map, so that got people confused. So, like, the main piece of news I'm looking forward to is how many of these guys are there actually gonna be. And another thing I'm interested in is, okay, yeah, so, like, when you see the lady fuse with Celica, it's like, okay, so you can equip specific rings to different characters. Like, how, like, are there gonna be some characters that have more affinity for some units than other? Okay, they're bringing back the monastery. Hopefully, it's, like, not boring on second playthroughs this time. Hopefully, it's not, like, a complete necessity. You can customize your units, that's whatever.
The time has come.
Like, you see them do this special animation here where they do the engage. And, I'm wondering, since these are equipable on different units, like, how many of these forms are we gonna get? So far, I'm thinking it's gonna be, like, 3 houses where, like, if you have the specific crest equipped to the specific relic, then you get a combat art, which is this, so maybe, like, there's gonna be one Marth, one person who really likes Marth, one person who really likes Sigurd. Because, like, Fire Emblem rosters usually have, like, 50 characters about. So I don't see them specializing a Marth animation for all 50 characters and then doing that, like, 12 more times. And this lady, like, straight up changes her design to have orange hair, like that. So, like, my thing is, do you see them doing that for all 50 characters? We saw that, like, the guy with Sigurd earlier could equip the Marth ring, But I think some characters will like have like a, you know, like a crest combat art that other characters don't get. So I don't know, I think that's fair enough, I guess. I don't know. If they do actually go above and beyond and make it so every character has a unique fusion with every ring, assuming there's only 12 and not like 500, then that would be interesting. I would definitely, you know, maybe that's why this game took 3 years. They took so damn long making the animations. Yeah. So overall, I think the gameplay looks better than Three Houses just because they're bringing back the weapon triangle. Hopefully the reclassing isn't as liberal because that was a bit stupid. And now let's look at the Twitter page. Because it shows more gameplay. Like, you get the first cutscene here with the Lear, and again, I don't mind their design. I wish Cain and Abel weren't children. But, is what it is. More of their designs here again. You get the first cutscene. You know, what can I say? It looks like a Fire Emblem cutscene. It's characters standing in place talking to each other. We're probably going to see this exact same walking animation used by a bunch of different characters. You know, I've been replaying Three Houses recently, doing a maddening Lysithia solo. It's not going to be on this channel, but I always now fucking die laughing when they all just fucking pop into frame using the same walking animation. And Hilda just has her arms together, and it's... I don't know, my sense of humor is degraded so much that I think like 10 different characters using the same animation all at once and all entering the scene on the exact same frame is funny to me now, but I don't know, game design stuff. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a Fire Emblem cutscene there, a million-year-old dragon. But yeah, like, here, you know, just the same movement as Roy about. These guys look kind of cool. I think it's really cool how they like have a little animation before the battle screen, you know, instead of it just being PNGs of them squaring up. This guy actually like has an entrance into the frame where he leans in and he's like brrr during the battle forecast, and I think that's a nice touch. You know, this is definitely a game. Three Houses was a game that skirted, that cut a lot of corners. Thank you, Koei Tecmo, but I think this one is actually being made by Intelligent Systems, who adds a bit more detail and thought, so I think this is definitely going to be a step in the right direction in terms of just visual appeal, I think. Obviously, the anime art style isn't for everyone, but I mean, I don't think appeal, I meant flair, visual flair. You know, there's the Marthing. The main character can awaken the warrior crest to summon a hero from another world who resides in the ring. There seems to be past PFE heroes such as Marth you can summon into battle. I wonder how far you have to get in the game to unlock Roy, since he's my favorite guy. They're wearing rings and borrowing the power of warrior crests. The protagonist and other units will be able to raise their stats and use even more powerful abilities. So these aren't like units, they give you specific abilities. So it looks like Marth gives you a bunch of abilities here. And I think Sigurd said, I think the Sigurd ring in the trailer said it gave you Kanto. So like, I wonder if you'll be able to give infantry units Kanto with the Sigurd ring. Like, there's like, depending on how many abilities these rings give you and how varied they are, I can see potential for a bunch of fun strategies, like giving a specific unit Kanto for a turn, and then trading the Sigurd ring by Kantoing back and then giving that unit Kanto. That'd be interesting. Just more gameplay screenshots here, like we saw in the trailer. This lady fused with Celica. In addition, when a unit is summoned hero engage, merge, you will be able to unleash the power of a special move. I'll explain more about the coat of arms later. So yeah, I wonder if every single character will be able to fuse with every single ring. We'll have to see. Also, fair warning, okay, yeah. Alger's class type is Divine Dragon. He is descended of a family of dragons who has lived since ancient times and can use Divine Dragon swordsmanship, so whatever Lord class he can use a sword. Doesn't look like he has a dragon sword at all. Again, look at this visual flare, like where the rainbow strikes, you know, it's like we're getting, Fate's animations back, well, like, shit. Well, Fate's animations never did, like, rainbow colors, but, like, they did more cool things, like fucking, the blacksmith doing, like, 50 million backflips through the air. Now this guy, like, Corrin's Dragon Crit had fucking all of her smash moves. Three Houses, again, did not have as much visual flair or detail. So, you know, I'm glad, you know, after playing Three Houses, I'm definitely glad we're getting some of this stuff back. Initial class Paladin, okay, I think we see some of his gameplay. See, look, like, he literally has, like, so he starts here, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like about 7. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like the main lord has like 5 or 4, and this guy has 7, and that's like about the difference in GBA. Fire Emblem, like, well, he's promoted actually, so I think he has 1 less than other entries. Like I think in GBA, like Roy and like other infantry friends, like Deke will have about 5 move, and then the Cavaliers have about 7. And then, like, Paladins have 8. So Paladins have, like, 1 less move than normal. So that's, you know, I don't really care about that. You know, they're still gonna have a big movement advantage. I saw a lot of people freaking out about that. But I don't really care. Again, look, it's like they do a cool close-up, they do a cool camera angle. It's like they're running through the ground, having the dirt. It's like, okay, you know, it's like, geez, it's... After 3 houses, it's really nice to have a good-looking Fire Emblem game again. Anime art style isn't for everyone, but I am completely and utterly unbothered by this. And that's about it for now, actually. Okay, yeah, so my thoughts, my impressions, for everyone who cared. I think it looks fine. I'm curious to know more detail. My main curiosity right now is I want to know more about how the ring system works. Yeah, but yeah, this looks fine. I want to know how the ring system works. I want to know about how many there will be. Like, are there just going to be 500 of these guys you can just pick up randomly? Is there going to be a fucking Gordon ring? But yeah, overall, I'd say the reception to this trailer has been pretty negative. I mean, call me a bootlicker if you want, but I've been, I am a hater of some of the games in this franchise, but I think it looks fine. And now I technically have a video that's about Fire Emblem Engage, that's not a shit post, and it's not about Call of Duty Zombies. And those are my thoughts and impressions so far. I think it looks fine. I'm hopeful about it. Excelumble pointed out that they're doing more classical map design, because he went through some stuff in the trailer and there's more terrain and stuff, so I'm happy it's less generic. You know, maybe more Conquest-like maps, maybe more Fire Emblem 6-like maps, maybe. Like, not having a route split, I think, will definitely improve the quality of the map design. And yeah, that's about it. I think it looks fine. I think it looks good. I'm excited for it. I'm happy it comes out in January, since waiting for 3 houses for a bunch of time after it kept getting delayed got kind of old. That game got delayed twice. And even when it came out, it probably should have been delayed a 3rd time, because, oh boy. But yeah, that's it. See you later. Bye-bye.